welcome to our nightly news. These are the headlines. Algerians abroad welcome their decision to reduce the prices of airfares, and the education sector hails the integration of contractor teachers and the president's commitment to developing the system. Interior Minister in a working visit to Algiers inaugurates a new civil protection unit and inspects a major road project to ease traffic. Algeria and Ethiopia enhance energy cooperation with a joint working group, technical assistance and training. In France, nationwide protests face heavy police violence. Demonstrators condemn far-right racism and voice support for Palestine. Welcome back, everyone, to tonight's news. The Council of Ministers, chaired by President Abdelmajid Tebboune on Sunday, has taken several key decisions involving several sectors. Recognizing the importance of the national community abroad in the country's development, President Tebboune has announced a 40% reduction in all Air Algérie flights to Algeria. The move aims to facilitate travel for Algerians abroad, allowing them to spend Eid al-Fitr with their families. Najah.
In line with the directives from the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Air Algérie has announced an exceptional 40% discount on international flights to Algeria, aiming to facilitate the return of the Algerians abroad for the Eid. The special offering applies to bookings made between March 23rd and April 1st, covering travel dates from March 26th to April 6th, 2025. Additionally, a further 33% reduction will be granted to minors on the already discounted fares. To accommodate the anticipated surge in demand, Air Algérie will also reinforce its flight schedule, ensuring greater availability for travelers during this festive period.
تماشيا وسياسة الجهاز التنفيذي وفي إطار تحضير لعيد.
In accordance with the public authorities' instructions, Air Algérie steps up its international flight schedule to meet the strong demand from customers wishing to join their loved ones. In addition to the 40% reduction on ticket fares, the company has increased the capacity of its flights. The total number of seats available from Europe to Algeria exceeds 70,000 per day, and for North Africa and the Middle East, more than 336 are on offer over the Eid period alone, from March 26th to April 1st. In Canada, more than 5,000 seats are being made available, and Air Algérie is offering more than 200,000 seats on its international routes. Air Algérie has reiterated its commitment to offering affordable fares and improved services for its customers. The national carrier encourages travelers to take advantage of its special Eid al-Fitr discounts and stay informed about the future offers. For more details, the passengers can contact 3301 or visit an Air Algérie sales agency.
And in a historic decision, the President of the Republic approved the integration of 82,410 contract teachers, reaffirming his commitment to education. The sector welcomed this move, praising his dedication to improving the system. Misalila Balaman.
Following the integration decision, contract teachers will officially enter the workforce as educators, feeling both joy and pride in joining this noble profession. This sentiment is reflected in the words of two teachers we met during holiday sport classes.
Honestly, going from a contract teacher to a trainee teacher is a great joy. I was a contract teacher, but I always felt like I was in my rightful position. I never thought of myself as temporary or worried about leaving. I worked with full dedication. Next year I will give even more.
Securing a permanent position will enhance stability and allow teachers to contribute more to Algerian education.
This decision ensures institutional stability, especially for this group, which has been gaining experience and receiving pedagogical training for the past 2 or 3 years.
The recruitment of contract teachers reflects the government's ongoing support for various professional sectors, including education.
In other news, a new civil protection unit has been inaugurated in Stawali, raising the total number of operational units in Algiers to 49. Interior Minister Brahim Murad inaugurated the facility named after the late Mujahid Abdullawi Belqasem. Accompanied by the Governor of Algiers, Murad also inspected a key road project linking the southern bypass road to the second ring road. The project aims to ease traffic, especially during peak hours.
We started with the inauguration of the Civil Defense Unit. It is one among many aimed to ensure security for citizens and to allow them to interfere where needed, namely to save lives and properties, which is very important. We are looking to ensure a safe place where a citizen can live safely far from any danger. The second most important and needed project in the capital is the road being built in its south. This will reduce the traffic we are facing.
سيضمن الأشغال مفتوحة متقدمة وهذا ما سيضمن إن شاء الله الانسيابية للتخفيف من الضغط اللي رانا نعيشوه.
During his visit to Ethiopia, Minister of State, Minister of Energy, Mines and Renewable Energies Mohamed Arqab highlighted Algeria's expertise in energy and mining, reaffirming its readiness to support in Ethiopia's energy sector, including the supply for essential resources. Najah Taya reports.
Algeria and Ethiopia are forging stronger ties with high-level talks focused on unlocking significant investment opportunities, particularly in hydrocarbons, electricity and renewable energy. The discussions focused also on strengthening collaborations, facilitating expertise transfer and deepening economic partnership between the two nations.
We've evoked several topics regarding cooperation, especially in the field of hydrocarbon development, from exploration to development to exploitation, transportation, conversion and marketing.
Leveraging Sonatrak's extensive experience, Algeria will provide technical assistance and specialized training to Ethiopia in the energy and water security sectors, thus reinforcing the bilateral cooperation and knowledge transfer.
We know that Algeria has huge experiences, particularly in hydrocarbons extraction, where Ethiopia is coming and joining in fertilizer and natural gas. So we want to learn a lot from Algerian experience, and we have agreed that we can work on this area.
Committed to sustainable development and economic transformation, Algeria and Ethiopia are deepening their bilateral relations through a shared strategic vision. Both nations aim to translate commitments into actions, fostering cooperation for a long-term growth.
And the Minister of Pharmaceutical Industry, Wasim Qwidiri, and the Minister of Knowledge Economy, Startups and Microenterprises, Noordin Wadah, chaired a working meeting to showcase startup projects and innovative solutions for the pharmaceutical sector. Entrepreneurs presented technological and digital solutions aimed at enhancing both management and production within the industry.
Pharmaceutical industry witnessed a great development in our country. Regarding startups, the President of the Republic urged us to include them within this field. Startups can come up with an innovation that could help and facilitate the numerization operation and can use the latest technologies developed in Algeria to implement it in the pharmaceutical industry.
That's part of the Ministry of Environment and Quality of Life program. The Minister visited the Technical Waste Disposal Center in Indefla to discuss sustainable waste management solutions. Marking the Arab Day for Natural Disaster Reduction, World Water Day and World Meteorological Day, the Minister also launched the planting of 1,000 forest and fruit trees in celebration of the International Day of Forests. The initiative aims to protect forests and promote environmental awareness. In France now, peaceful protest meets brutal repression. On March 22nd, 100,000 people took to the streets against racism and the far right, only to face tear gas, violence and mass arrests. Misa Lilbana reports.
C'est des journalistes!
These scenes have become routine in France. On March 22nd, nearly 100,000 people marched in over 200 demonstrations across the country. Their message was clear: to condemn the rise of racism in the far right while expressing solidarity with the oppressed Palestinian people in Gaza. Instead of respecting their right to protest, authorities responded with tear gas, violent police charges, and forceful arrests. Demonstrators were thrown to the ground. Their peaceful gathering met with brutal repression by French police, acting under direct orders from the Minister of the Interior. In Paris, Marseille, Bordeaux, Strasbourg, Avignon, and Reims, the same pattern unfolded. These violent crackdowns are yet another sign that in today's France, democratic space is rapidly shrinking, replaced by a government more intent on suppressing opposition than addressing the issues at hand. At the heart of this escalation is a Minister of the Interior who has become a symbol of authoritarian excess, fueling tensions and silencing dissent. Those who speak out against racism, stand up for human rights, and demand justice are met with one response: repression. Once again, police violence has become the default response, reinforcing the deepening divisions in French society.
And Algeria denounces the failure to provide the United Nations mission for the referendum in Western Sahara, MINURSO, with human rights documentation, unlike other similar missions. This was confirmed by Algeria's permanent representative to the United Nations, Ammar Ben Jama, in New York during his intervention at the UN Security Council meeting, dedicated to improve the adaptability of forward peacekeeping operations.
For a long time, we have been lectured on many occasions by some partners on the strategic importance of human rights monitoring, as well as the need to uphold international law, including international humanitarian law. But curiously, when it comes to MINURSO, for example, we have been surprised and astonished by their silence. This attitude sent the message, the signal that MINURSO, as a strange exception among all UN peace operations deployed in Africa, should simply turn a blind eye to the human rights situation in the territory of Western Sahara.
To the occupied Palestinian territories now, 4 people were killed and 7 others injured on Monday evening after Zionist airplanes bombed a house in southern Khan Yunis, south of Gaza. Medical sources confirmed that more than 50 people have been killed in Zionist strikes across Gaza since dawn. And earlier, 5 people, including 2 journalists, were killed targeting a vehicle and a house. The death toll from Zionist aggression on Gaza has reached now 50,082, with no less than 113,000 injured since October 7th. And a special Ramadan atmosphere, the Algerian Community Association in Jarina organized a collective iftar at the Santa Gina Cultural Center, bringing together members of the Algerian and Arab community. The initiative aimed to foster solidarity and brotherhood and reinforce social bonds and support to those feeling distant from their loved ones. That's it for today's news. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.